Hello everyone, I'm Paco Garcia and welcome to the GMS Magazine videos. Today I bring you the review of the game's Protocol by Jim Pinto. For full disclosure, I have known Jim Pinto, the author of the Protocol games, for a very long time. He's a very good friend of mine, so therefore this review is biased. Mind you, not that it needs to be because, well, Protocol games are pretty damn good. What are the Protocol games? They are role-playing games that are very story-orientated. They simply concentrate on what it is, the experience of telling a story around a situation, a very particular situation. They come with a system that's based, its randomness is based on a deck of cards, just a deck of poker cards, and in which the cards will determine the meaning and the situation that you're going to be facing, depending what it is that you're meant to be doing. In terms of system, Jim has already written about, I don't know, nearly 100 of those Protocol games, and the system is consistently equal. It's exactly the same throughout. There's nothing is going to change except the meaning of the cards and the theme of the games themselves. Think about the system as a Nintendo console, okay, in which every game is going to have exactly the same kernel, but the Protocol games are going to be the little cartridges that you put inside every time. That's how simple they are. They're very short, they're very small games, about 20-30 pages, give or take. Character creation is as simple as naming your character, choosing your profession, and then deciding by the random draw of a card what the motivations are going to be, and most importantly, and this is where things begin to get really interesting, what the relationship between characters are going to be. The game doesn't allow you to have orphan characters, and with orphan I don't mean just characters that don't have parents. I mean characters that do not have any relationship with anyone else. You know, the loner who doesn't know anyone, who doesn't care about anyone, the amnesiac who doesn't know where he comes from. None of that. None of that. There are relationships between the parties, between the characters, which is very good, because it will help develop the story in a meaningful and more interesting manner. In terms of mechanisms, it's basically drawing a card, and every time you draw a card, it's going to determine whether you're going to be in a vignette, in an interlude, an ensemble, or an interrogation. Every scene is going to be going around, so it's a GM-less sort of game, or I would say that every round the person becomes the director of the scene at hand. And every scene, the card is going to determine what's going to be all about. And you can also draw cards for locations, so you can be, for example, in the game Home, which is the first game that was released. That game is all about the party being soldiers from the losing side of a battle, of a war, and they have to go back home. And the whole game is about going back home. Literally just that. What happens? How are they going to be received? So the locations, for example, you draw a card and it may be a desolated temple, or it's going to be an ambush. A location, well, an ambush. Well, has the ambush happened there? Have the ambush something that the characters have already experienced? Is it going to happen? Is it happening as you go by? All those things you have to decide as you go along. You will see that there is no book in my hands, and that's because most of these games are PDF. I wish there were some physical copies of the games. That would be amazing, but for now, not very many. Hopefully that will change in the future, only because I like paper. The games require minimum prep time, and with minimum I literally mean 15 or 20 minutes just to read the first few pages. And although the system is strange, new, original enough that you may feel, how the hell do I play this? I tell you, within 2 rounds you're absolutely fine. Absolutely okay. You just need a couple of tables that you look at when you need to do the vignettes. That's it. Done. Sorted. It is as simple as that. Games tend to last between an hour and a half and 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, depending on how long you really want to make it. Theoretically, having gone around twice around the table that should end the game. But if you want to continue, by all means. I mean, we've been having such a great experience that we decided to go on and on and on because we loved it. We absolutely loved it. It is quite incredible how the system allows you to create and develop your character in a very deep, very meaningful way in a very short period of time. The four scenes are the vignette that allows you to simply describe a situation with however it is you want to happen in that situation. The interrogation, in which a player can ask another player up to 5 questions. The interlude, in which 2 characters that have a relationship can have a conversation about anything. And ensembles, in which all the characters can have an input, can converse, can do anything they like. It is as simple as that. You also have some fate points. Every character will have 1 fate point, and that fate point can be used to include non-playing characters, to stop a scene, to intervene in an interrogatory, to intervene in an interlude, to do anything you want to do with it. And that is the absolute genius of it, that it doesn't really limit you all that much. You can do an awful lot of things at a cost, but you can do an awful lot of things. And for games that last very little time, as in, again, as long as you want, and for $3 to $5 PDF, you truly cannot do any better than this. If you have played a storytelling game, just, I don't know, like Annalise, for example, or Fiasco, trust me, try this game, seriously, just have a go at any of them. There are topics for absolutely anything, from fantasy to modern to science fiction, anything you want to do, and have a go. And then tell me what you think, because I doubt very, very much that you're going to be disappointing. This is truly a touch of genius. And I cannot speak highly enough, regardless of whether I know Jim or not. Seriously, please have a go. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for your time. And thank you for watching this video. Please do give a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and share it if you know of somebody who might enjoy it. If you can, please help us with our Patreon campaign. Every dollar helps, trust me, every single, just $1 helps a great deal. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep you up to date with more videos that will be coming shortly. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you very soon.